Well, guess where I am today. If you can't tell by the sights and sounds, we're over here at Teddy Bears again, and soon we'll be taking delivery of a new motor. Pretty exciting. I love these days where we're waiting for the new power plant to arrive, and usually this is my form of red carpet here. So let's go ahead and go find the motor and get some footage. There it is. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's coming. I can remember doing this around this time last year, guys. It's a good feeling. There she is. Move it this way. Okay. Good, I got a tire I can't get rid of. Nice. And there it is, guys. And there he goes. So I just thought I'd get some footage here of taking delivery of this. For those of you who don't know, what do we got there? 4-bar GT40Ps. There it is. What's happening, guys? Well, it's been a day since we took this baby home from the salvage yard, and I just wanted to show some video of it on the lift. It's about to get the brine treatment here. Its new home is going to be the good old familiar engine stand, and then I'm going to start the dismantling process of it. No, I'm not quitting on the Mustang right now. I'm actually in a little bit of a small issue with the long tube headers that I had purchased for it. These BBK long tubes. Well, I'll just take you over here and show you real quick. This BBK long tube bolts up perfectly with no problems at all. It does, however, man, my lighting always sucks in my videos. It does, however, you gotta take my word for it. There's a Summit Racing mini starter in here, and it does hit the rubber grommet for one of the wiring connections, and it's like right on it. I just am not happy with the way this side fits, but if that was it, it could be maybe livable. But on this side, over here, you'll see that header is just kind of hanging in free space there. You're going to notice here, and I should have paid attention before I bought them, but you hear that? That's the collector hitting the transmission pan on my automatic tranny. That's an FMX transmission. And no matter how you finagle it or modify the pan or whatever, it's just not going to fit. They really just don't fit. So I need to find another long tube header solution before I go any farther. So while I'm in the middle of returning those back to my favorite place, Summit, let's see, we have a helper here, Mr. Murphy, sleeping next to the dog food bag. While I got a little bit of downtime with the Mustang, I'm here going on the new 302. Like I said in the original video, this is the 5-liter 302 roller motor with GT40P heads on it, which is its whole nother set of header problems when we get there. But I'm not too worried. I'll get the headers to fit. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, GT40s and GT40Ps are fantastic heads, but they do have man, my lighting's horrible. They do have awkward spark plug angles on them, so they would hit the headers without 90-degree boots or modified headers. So I'll cross that bridge when we get to it and explain it in detail. But yeah, sorry for the poor lighting, but what we're gonna do now, what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and prepare the back of the engine here to be mounted to that. which is what secures it to the engine stand. So once I get that going, then I'll slowly relieve the weight onto the engine hoist, make sure it's going to hold it and everything else, and then I'll start the dismantling process of the 302. Yes, I'm not keeping the fuel injection system. I'm not putting fuel injection in that old 52, so I will be selling the parts off of this just like I did the last time. That intake manifold is, I believe, the equivalent of a Cobra manifold, which is very highly sought after, so I'm able to get a good bit of my money back on the upper and lower intake manifolds when I sell those. So the motor pretty much pays for itself by the time I sell them, because I get such a good deal on these. This was test run. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. This was test run, so no need to be worried there as far as reliability. And I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and cam it or not and get through, go into the whole rocker arms and the springs and all that shit. I don't know yet. I got to figure out if it's in the budget and if it's something I want to go ahead and do, or if I just want to leave it stock. So again, any suggestions, comments, or anything, they're always welcome. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step and get this on that. So thanks for watching. Welcome back. Day 3, I think. Yeah, day 3 of teardown of this motor here. I've been trying to work on it when I can. We've made some progress. We got the top half of the motor off, the other side's exhaust manifold off, but we've come into a small, well, I wouldn't say it's a problem, it's just part of the job. Trying to get this fan clutch off of a water pump that's free spinning and has been sitting for a while is more of a challenge than you'd think. So what I've had to do is start unbolting the water pump without removing the fan. So I'm wearing my gloves today because this is a real knuckle buster. Every time the wrench slips, you want to punch the fan. So basically, two things are going on here. One, we're trying to get this water pump off the timing cover without having this off, which is possible. As you can see, we have some separation here now. But here's the other thing, guys. These studs, especially the ones here on these jackets, where the actual water pump pushes water in and out of the motor, these get extremely hot and they get corroded and they get seized up. Luckily, I've gotten 3 out, no problem, including this one, which is, it's turning. As you can see, it's come out this far, but it's going to be a hassle getting it all the way out. But didn't have the same luck over here. My lighting is horrible, as usual, but there's a broken off stud in here. It broke off flush with the water pump, which it might be a blessing in disguise, because once this water pump comes off, I have access to get a vice grip on the actual stud, and I may or may not show how I get that out, depending on if my camera's charged or not, because this battery sucks. But I'll tell you how I did it. I had to do it with this motor over here. And remember, guys, this is what that motor started off looking like this. So if you guys are looking to do a budget buildup, I wouldn't exactly say that this is a budget buildup anymore. But if you guys are looking to do something similar to this in your car, start off with a good donor. Make sure you get GT40s or GT40P heads, and you don't have to worry about, you know, buying aftermarket heads. Just upgrade the springs and the roller rockers. It'll still be much cheaper, and they'll give you a good bang for your buck. So I just wanted to kind of document the progress here. Like I said, this intake manifold's coming off and it's going on eBay. I'll clean it up and put it on eBay, and I'm not going to sell it unless I make sure it's all good and usable. Injectors those are going in the trash. They smell, they're old. But yeah, let me keep going on this here. I just wanted to kind of give you an update and sort of document the progress there. And today we got our friend Jax here, who's a 9-month-old golden retriever puppy. And you wouldn't believe it, but this is his sister out of the same litter, and she looks like a yellow lab. So you tell me how you get this and this out of the same litter. Pretty funny. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry for my long drawn out videos, but hopefully some of you guys get some enjoyment out of them. See ya. Okay, after more wrenching and banging and cranking and cussing, got that bastard off of here. There you can see now better that stud that I was talking about that had snapped off. And this sticking out of here really is a blessing in disguise, guys, because this allows you to get a nice grip on there with a vice grip or whatever, and start slowly working that out of there so you don't have to completely, you know, drill it and retap it. So I'm actually pretty happy that that's there. Let's see. So, what's been done now? What's needed to be done? We got all the exhaust manifold bolts out of here, and I will do the honors of whacking that thing loose so you can see her fall off. Because I hate these stupid manifolds. There it is. Freed up. It's getting caught on the dipstick here. Just go ahead and finagle this thing off here. It's getting stuck up on these brackets. There it is, starting to look more like a V8. I pulled off a valve cover, and I will do the honors. Of course, our traditional stamped steel roller, I wish. Our rockers with the very weak Ford Explorer springs, GT40P springs. So, needless to say, we know where these are going to go next. These are going to the machine shop. I'm going to have, I got to buy I think I decided I'm going to go ahead and put a mild cam in it, probably a TrickFlow TFS1, or my, what was this? What's in that Mustang? Let's see. 35 428, which is a 270, 270, 533, 533 with a lobe separation of 110 degrees, which is not a extremely aggressive like loping cam, but it'll be enough to give it some ass off the line. So anything to make that have more power, because that's what it's going into. So yeah, guys, it's not gonna, just to give you a heads up now, I'm not gonna make it look like this. We're not doing nearly as much engine candy on that one, but it is gonna be a good clean setup, and maybe you guys might glean some knowledge off of it. Stay away from that. So I'm gonna keep going on here. I still have to yank the intake manifold off. Got this timing cover to pull off of here. Of course, need to grab my impact gun and yank that crank pulley off of there with my puller. I'm sure that's not going to be fun. We got the manifold off on this side, so that's good to go. I still haven't yanked this valve cover off yet, but I just wanted to kind of, you know, for you and for me, I'm trying to document this process here. So it's always nice when you get it to this stage here, you can look back and go, shit, we got a lot done there. So, okay, well, without further ado, I'm going to keep going on this thing. So that's a little update for you. Okay, we have the intake manifold bolts undone, and I figured you guys will be right here along with me to get the intake reveal here. So I'm going to lift this up. Let's see what we got hiding under here. All right. It's dirty. Oh man, thing's heavy. Underside looks normal. I've seen better, I've seen worse. Let's see, it's like a lot of crud and crap. That's what it looks like here. Man, I gotta get a flashlight. I can't believe how poor lighting is in here. Terrible. Oh yeah, that's better. Got some sand and whatnot in there. Must have come off the, wow, imagine if I'd started this up. Oh God. Alright. Yeah, this needs a thorough cleaning, a good head job on these heads. Get them cleaned up. We got some crust there in the valves. Here. Get in there. God, wish I had better equipment so I could show you guys better. It's like in this runner, we got some sand or something accumulating in there. Must have That must have all come off when I lifted that intake off of there. Check this side here. Same fare, not as bad on this side. Well, that's what it looks like. That's going to be my view here for the next few weeks while I calculate out how I want to build this little monster here and get these heads off to the shop. So I'm going to keep going on it. Just thought I'd do the reveal with you guys. Okay guys, this is going to be the last clip here in this little series. As you can see, the heads are off the new donor motor, the Roller 302, and it is a dirty mess right now. Let's just give a quick look here. On the floor we have our GT40P heads, and we know that because we have the 4 bars on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a quick way to identify the GT40Ps. They also have a P on the top of them. There's the backs of our valves. Signs of mileage and wear. Nothing crazy. Looks like a couple of the cylinders were getting hot there, but these babies are going to look brand new when I get them back from the machine shop. So that's where they'll be going next. Here's the back of the other one. Same typical wear as the last set we did. A little hot here and there, but like I said, we'll get those cleaned up. And just a note on these GT40Ps, you can see these combustion chambers. I believe they're a little bit smaller than the GT40, and it puts the spark plug more in the center of the piston of the combustion chamber, so you get a little bit more even burn. So that's just something important to note too. So let's talk about the build before I bore you to death with my huge series of video here. I'm famous for long videos. What we're doing is a mild torquer build-up, and we're building it up for, as you've seen in many of the clips already, we're building it up for that truck right there, Ford F7, and we're going for torque. So most likely we're going to run a cam. I don't know what cam yet. I may go with an E cam, I may go with a trick flow, I may go with a comp cam, I don't know, but it's all going to be matched up mathematically. I'm leaning toward, I know you guys say stay away from letter cams, and that's fine, but for this build, remember, we're not going for a racing application here. We're going for torque, so I'm probably going to run an E cam with an air gap intake manifold and just a Holley 600, which is what I'm thinking I'm going to do, but that may change. Going to clean up the tops of our pistons like we did in previous videos of mine. Cylinder walls seem pretty good, no scoring or scarring, which is a really good sign. Probably going to leave the bottom end alone on this one, but this thing's going to get a bath. It's going to get new lifters, of course. Clean up the valley pan, or the valley, all nice, and it's going to get a nice coat of paint. I don't know if I'm going to go Ford blue or if I'm going to go red to match that truck, because that truck's going to get painted red. New oil pan, because the oil pump's on the wrong side here. This says the extended oil pump, moves it to the back. As you can see, the sump is over here in the back of the motor, and here on that motor it's in the front, so we want it more traditional, so I'll do a high volume oil pump. It's got the 50-ounce imbalance flex plate already for our automatic swap, so we don't need to be replacing that. Before I can get these heads over to the machine shop next week, I'm going to place my order for my crane beehives, just like I put in these heads. I'm going to do the crane beehives again so it can withstand a higher lift and duration cam. So yeah guys, just another little update. This is the final update in the series, and then hopefully some of the next videos you'll see I'll be restoring this little guy. You can take a look at this here. I say that's a little worn out, huh? A little bit of play there. That's gonna get the comp cam double roller, just like the Project Mustang. So that'll be coming out too with new gears. So yeah guys, sorry to blabble, sorry my videos are so long. I do really sincerely appreciate your views and your comments. I love seeing all the comments come in. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching, thanks for all the thumbs up. Keeps me making the videos, and hopefully you guys are learning something here. If I could set the camera up on a tripod and run it, I really would, but it's just I'm always crunched for time and I'm always jumping in and out of here. So thanks again guys for watching the videos as always, and if you have any questions, pipe them down in the comments box below. Give me a like or a thumbs up or a subscription. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See ya.